talking about the white men, because white men, I don't think they really have a problem with us. Okay, it's the bitches.
Okay, so I haven't watched the beginning of this. I thought I was taping all this time, but I got to do this video again. There's a lot of what she's saying that is relatable. Now, I do not agree with her saying the whole term she's using for white people. I don't agree with that. But some of the things she was saying was interesting, and I wanted to point it out for just other experiences that I wanted to talk about here. So watch, guys.
It's always been the bitches. See, white men love us. Okay, that's how she got Prince Harry. Exactly, Shanice. This is gonna be a call-in show. I'm not forcing you to call in. You can if you want to, because whether you call in or not, bitch, I'ma still run my motherfucking mouth. So don't get it fucked up. You can call in if you want to, because some of you bitches got a lot to say, and I got a lot to say. Okay, Meghan Markle. I've heard many things about this hoe. Okay, I've heard that, because I be in the comment section, I've been doing my homework. They said that at times she lied about her race. They said she put on her driver's license that she was Caucasian. They said that to get certain acting roles, she said that she was Italian. So Meghan Markle is clearly playing the game. Okay, and I can't be mad at her for that, because in order to win the game, you gotta play dirty. Okay, if you...
The thing is, let's be real. The main reason why you don't blame her, I think, is actually because of some of the things you've said in the past. Now, I know you don't like to say it, but you've said before that people... Well, you were married to a Hispanic man, and you said yourself that you were of Hispanic descent in the past to, I guess, benefit in one way or another. So, I mean, like, you can't blame someone else for lying when you have done the same yourself. And there's nothing against that. I mean, like, I don't judge people for saying things like that. You do what you do in your life. That's your personal business. Who's going to judge you for what you label yourself as? When people say and they claim that race doesn't matter, then they get mad when people lie about it. If it didn't fucking matter, then it should not have mattered. Now, should it? You know? But you care because it does matter. You know? And that's how you know that person's actually racist, because they actually do care. Anyway, continue.
know that putting down white is going to benefit you, so you can get that particular actor job, so you can be accepted in certain circles. I'm pretty sure her mother even gave her the green light on this. Thank you, Shanice. And you know, we black women, we know how to take a L. We know how to be humble. We know how to play the game. So she probably schooled her daughter and said, listen, I know that you're proud of me. I know that you are not ashamed of being half black. But if you want to win in this society, you have got...
I honestly think when it comes to her parents, to me, I think Meghan Markle looks like her dad. I mean, have you seen her when she was a baby? If you look at her when she was a baby, and they have a photo of her and her dad as a baby, not her dad as a baby, her as a baby and him as a younger man. When he was a younger man, he was a darker man too. It looks like his daughter. You know, she looks like his daughter, and you wouldn't specifically know that they were different races. So, to me, I mean, as far as identity, is it wrong for her to identify with her father when she looks like her father ethnically? To me, that's odd that she wouldn't identify with a very person that she looks identical to. Like, she's a female version of her father, so why wouldn't she align with her father? You get what I'm saying?
to play the game. Because the cracker made up the game. We didn't make this shit up, okay? There are times that you gotta put down, because you got some color, you got a touch of color, and you got those dark eyes. So you might want to say you're Italian, or because all of them. I think some of these biracial. She's not the only biracial that does that. I'm sure a lot of these biracials play the Italian card in order to squeeze in there. Okay, because that is a particular race that gets away with murder. Italians, when they first came over here, they was treated like shit. Okay, they threw them in there with the Puerto Ricans. Okay, but somehow the Italians managed to sneak in there with the white people. They started fucking the Irish. They started fucking the Germans.
Italians are white, though. They're literally. Do you know where Italy is? It's in Europe, and it's not just that. I know some people are like, Italians have Middle Eastern and North African descent and ancestry. You have to understand what is Italian, what is Greek, and what is Spanish. Those people fall under the Mediterranean race, and the Mediterranean race is including Middle Eastern, Southern European, and Northern African. And it gets more than that. I've talked a lot about that. The Caucasian race is not about racial purity, actually. Originally, it included like people who were like well into the Sahara, like that were clearly mixed. But they decided to include them anyway. I think that was weird. I just think, you stop at North Africa, the Berber people who are just darker white people, and Middle Eastern people because they're darker white people, Southern European people, darker white people. You don't add mixed people. Anyway, continue.
Okay, they started fucking English, and they started to mix things up, and they started to get a little bit on the lighter side. And so that's why to this day,
they're not lighter. I think they're just, if you look at Italians, they're similar in color to the other people I mentioned. Like, they're similar to Spanish, Greek, Middle Eastern, North African. All those people, they kind of fit color-wise because they're racially the same. It's the same subrace. Mediterranean race is a subrace of the Caucasian race. So, continue.
Italians are accepted by white people. They are considered to be European.
Italians should be considered white, Caucasian people, European people, obviously. A lot of people are included as Caucasian on the U.S. Census. It includes, like I said, natives of Europe, Middle East, and North Africa. Like I said, the North African option should be limited to the northern part of North Africa, not the deep Sahara. Like the Fula, the Tubu, and like Sudanese people don't need to be white. They're not Caucasian. But, the actual Berber people, yes, they are Caucasian in North Africa. Continue.
That is the only race of white people that get away with being called white. Even though they're not white people give them a free pass. So
yeah, they are white. They're just darker whites. They're different subsets to the Caucasian race. But I don't feel like arguing about this. This was not even a... Oh, well, I didn't get into this part of the video before. I'm trying to address the part after this, but yeah, continue.
Italians played the game. Exactly, Storm 88-ist. Exactly, Storm 88-ist. Okay, Italians are master manipulators at playing the race card. They can march up in there, golden brown with dark eyes, talking about they white. You go into an Italian neighborhood. If you are a black male, not a woman, because they know not to fuck with us. Okay, but if you a black male, because for some reason black males are a threat to them. You march in there because they think you coming in there after they woman. But if you a woman and you in a black neighborhood, they probably think you a babysitter, a nanny. We've went over this before. They think you a babysitter, a nanny, or some type of housekeeper. So they don't really bother us like that. But if you were a black male, they had Howard Beach, they had Bensonhurst, where them crackers chased you down with bats and chains. Mind you, they screaming and yelling. They got dark hair on their head, an olive complexion, and dark eyes, and they sitting there running you down the street calling you a nigga. Get the fuck out of our neighborhood. Okay? Now, Italians, when it's convenient for them and they want to act.
I always find it a little odd, though, when they tan, dark enough and then they become, a similar color to light skin and light brown skin black people. But that's not even their natural color. So, they are white, but it doesn't excuse them from being racist. They shouldn't be racist because no white person should be racist, no black person should be racist, no Asian person should be racist, but continue.
They want to be down or they're wigger. They'll be like, yeah, man, Italians, we down with the blacks, yeah. But when it's convenient, they will call you a nigga and lynch you from a tree. They known for that. Okay, so I'm on the fence about them goddamn Italians, even though I'm 2% Italian myself. So back to the point at hand. Meghan Markle, I think she got the green light from her mother to play the race card. I really don't think Doria Ragland is sitting there crying because she found out her daughter sometimes puts white on her application or her driver's license. You don't think Doria schooled Meghan on the game? Doria schooled Meghan. She probably the one that told her to do it. She probably the one that said, I want my daughter to have access to certain social circles. I don't want my daughter to be discriminated against. I want my daughter to squeeze in there and navigate amongst certain people without being ostracized. How do we do that? We lie. We put down white on our driver's license. We put down, if we're trying out for a role like Suits, put down you're Italian. And I'm pretty sure she talked about it on the phone with her mother, and she was crying. She's like, Mommy, it's not that I'm embarrassed about you, but...
It's not anything distressing, especially for black people who are lighter skinned. They're kind of actually familiar with doing things like this. It's usually darker skinned black people who aren't familiar with doing that, or just different types of black people who aren't familiar with doing that, basically. But usually lighter skinned black women and men are usually used to that. And I will say it's not just particularly the very fair either. The reason why it isn't is because black people who are lighter skinned aren't particularly the color of black people. What I mean is there's other races that are brown or lighter in complexion, like there's Asians, there's Indians, there's Hispanics, and that's not particularly a white complexion. You don't have to be white in complexion still, but you're still of a complexion that is, I guess you could say, of a non-black person, generally speaking. So that's why I'm like, her mother probably would be familiar with that to some extent, and that's why she's probably, that's why you're not upset at it. Personally, I don't think. And you've said this before, because you yourself have said that you have said that you are a Hispanic woman in order to not have some repercussions of like marrying your last husband and so forth. Continue though.
They would give me such a hard time if I put down black. And her mother said, baby, don't worry about it. Do what you gotta do to get where you gotta go. That's probably what her mother said. So we know about this passing Okay, black people, we know about these high yellow bitches passing for white. Okay, and if I had a biracial daughter, like Meghan Markle, came out high yellow with freckles across her face, and all she got to do is put a blow dryer through her hair, and she looked like a white girl. If my daughter came out looking like that, I'd be like, look, baby, do what you got to do. Okay, because you ain't built for this smoke. Okay, it's hard out here for a sister, and no. Sometimes you gotta lie to get where you gotta go. So please, all you people out there, please don't be sitting there thinking that black women are left in the dark about our biracial daughters lying. Please don't think that our feelings are hurt because our biracial daughters are putting down white on their applications. We are not. We know the game, and we...
Yeah, especially when you yourself put Hispanic on your stuff when you can. You get what I mean? If you know what it is to say you're a different race, even if it's not white, to get what you want, why would you blame anyone for saying they're white when they're not? You get what I mean? Because you understand what it is to say you're something else in order to get what you want. So, of course, you're not going to blame Meghan Markle for the same thing. You get what I'm saying? And to me, personally, I'm just kind of like, I personally wouldn't judge anyone on that. And I'll get into it a little bit further.
Want our daughters to win. And she probably also told her daughter, you know who you are. You don't got to prove that shit to nobody. The only thing you got to prove is that you are smarter than them and that you're going to win the game. You are going to win the game. That's what makes you smart. Not acting all big and bad and saying, oh, but my mama black, but I got to prove I'm black. You don't got to prove shit. What you got to do is come home with a bigger paycheck and more social status than you would have if you tried to play fair and put down the truth that you biracial. That's not going to benefit you. Put down that you're Italian. Put down that you're white on your driver's license. Sometimes you got to lie. And this is a very uncomfortable subject that these white passing biracials don't want to talk about. Because they think that we're going to get mad at them. Do y'all biracial bitches really think that we... Because some... Wait. Misery does love company. Let me not speak so fast, because some of you black bitches are haters.
It's specifically the dark-skinned, unambiguous black women. See, like I said, with the whole Chrissy situation, there are plenty of women like Chrissy who will say they can say their other things whenever they want to say they're something else. So then they can't have the same experience as me because I'm always seen as black. You see, you hear this from all sorts of Chrissy-like content creators. This is just what it is, I honestly think with these types of people that are they really saying misery loves company? They might, but I think they're more so saying that their experience is different, and they feel like, I think they act like being black is a curse a bit, and acting like it's, they're stuck with it, kind of like thing. So yeah, I guess you could say it is a misery loves company situation. But yeah, specifically usually the dark-skinned, unambiguous black woman who usually has this mentality. But you can find light-skinned black women who will have the same thing, especially if they're unambiguous. And even if they're not, some are because they would like to, for example, be white passing. So even if they could say they're Hispanic or they're Asian or they're Indian, it's still not going to be enough for them because they're mad that the other person is able to say they're white, what I mean. Instead of being able to be understanding and understand what you do in your life, how are you going to blame someone for doing the same thing just in a different scenario? You know what I mean? But continue.
You are mad. You are mad that biracial women have the option. I'm talking about the ones that can pass for white. You are mad that they got the option of picking and choosing when...
No, it's not just the ones who have the option to pass as white. You can see this on Chrissy's channel over and over and over again, that she says this about many biracial black women and mixed women who are white passing. Doesn't matter if they're white passing, if they're like you, or if they're a yellow bone. She even has said women like April Jones, who is darker than you or me. She said people like that, they don't have supposedly the same experience as her, and they can say they're any other type of ethnicity, and they're not always black because they can always claim something else. They can pass for something else or whatever bullshit that she's saying. So, yeah, I kind of feel like it's not just the ones that are white passing. This is why you get pushback from women who are darker and have that Chrissy mindset towards you. But you try to blind yourself from it and try and point out to other features. But that's not really going to help you. And the next segment is going to show how.
To be black. So I again ask you, how does that benefit them? By acting all militant and jumping up and saying, I'm half black. How does that benefit them? If they live in a racist society where white is the standard, what is that proving? I'm asking. Go into the comment section, because I'm reading the comment section. Purple Butterfly, all of y'all in the comment section. I'm going to call your ass out. Gemini Doll, Miss Ye, okay, all of y'all, Scorpio Goddess, please fucking tell me, what does that prove by you jumping your dumb ass up and claiming to be half black? What are you proving and what are you gaining?
All they're proving, I just wanted to say, is that they are no better. And that's all that some people who believe in misery loves company are upset at, and therefore don't like when they say there's something else, because then they feel like that person is put above them. Continue though.
Shout out to Angela Hill. Angela Hill. Because Angela, check this shit out, right? You know good and damn well, bitch, that if you could get away with that shit, you would do it too. Let's keep it all the way funky. If you could get away with pick.
Some people would, and some people won't, because they think that, so it can be in different realms. Like, for example, some black people who are not white passing, but say they are someone who people think looks mixed or something, or looks to be a different ethnicity, they will specifically point out that they're black because they don't want people to associate their beauty, their intellect, their demeanor with another ethnicity. I guess you could say that's racial pride, but I think it's just the fact that they don't want people to misconceive their ethnicity and attribute it to another people. But yeah, some people would do that. I do agree.
Picking and choosing when to be black. Would you do it? Yes or no? Go into the comment section, because now all gloves are off. And we are getting all the way, what? Funky. And we gonna keep it, what? All the way real. Bitch, don't be jealous and don't be mad. Okay, we are gonna strip you of all your ego and your pride. Answer the fucking question. Go into the comment section and answer this question. If you could pick and choose when to be black, would you do it? It's a yes or a no. I'm looking in the comment section for your answers. Let me look. Let me see who's cooperating here. I need cooperation. Shout out to Angela Hill. Okay, we getting funky. Is she the only one that's keeping it real this morning? Purple butterfly. Purple butterfly. Don't fuck around. Ah! Shanice. Ooh-wee. Okay, my bitches are on board. My bitches are on board. Silk and lace. I'm sorry, melted dark chocolate with your chocolate ass. You lost this one, sweetheart. Didn't I tell you that black woman, deep down inside, we wish we could pick and choose when to be black? Okay, so that little meltdown that you had the other night, and I'm clearly black. Ain't no getting away with that shit from me. The peanut butter don't mean shit. I'm a peanut butter, big lip, big nose, nappy head motherfucker. I'm all black, okay? I can't pass for biracial nothing, okay? Unless I put one of them goddamn wigs on my head.
For some reason, she didn't realize what she just said. She said that if she puts a wig on her head... Oh, listen to this.
And could pass for a Maria with some color.
That's what I was trying to say there. So what she said was, if she puts a wig on, she can pass for a Maria with some color. Maria means Hispanic with some color. But she didn't realize that's literally what she's saying Meghan Markle is in the sense of a white woman. She said that if she straightened her hair or blow-dried her hair, that she would pass as a white Italian woman, a darker white woman. She says if she wears a wig, then she passes as a darker Hispanic woman. That basically means if she straightens her hair or manages to make her hair a different texture than what it is, she passes as a Hispanic woman. And I wouldn't lie and say that she doesn't. She does. I would think, not particularly Mexican, of course not, but like Puerto Rican or Dominican for sure. Puerto Rican for sure, and Dominican, maybe even Cuban. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying. Those type of Hispanics, and not specifically the type that are called Afro-Latino either, because Afro-Latinos are more so like Amara La Negra. I don't think she would particularly be seen as someone phenotypically similar to Amara La Negra for so many reasons. Her features are very opposite to Amara La Negra in the face, and then her skin tone is kind of opposite. Her hair, I don't know about her hair texture. I don't really know about that. But most things about her are pretty opposite to her. I guess you could say to the Afro-Latina, like, for example, Zoe Saldana. But then again, the Afro-Latina like Zoe Saldana isn't even accepted to play black American roles. So how black is that? And how Afro is that perceived by certain black people? You get what I'm saying? There's a different view between Zoe Saldana and Amara La Negra. It just is. You know, Zoe Saldana is definitely more so put in the same category as, say, for example, Rosario Dawson or Layla Anthony. You know, even though I would say she's a little bit more Afrocentric, I think she would be more similar to like Cardi B. But Cardi B is a black Caribbean woman. She's not specifically Latina. Only on one side she's Latina, so, you know, but she would fit more into that category than anything. But yeah, continue.
The most I could pass for is a Afro-Latina. That's the most I could pass for. So you ain't gonna hear no shit on my side of the fence. But I know, melted dark chocolate, if you listening to this, sweetheart, cause you young, so I'm gonna give you a free pass. But you are young and you are learning the game. You ain't proving shit. by jumping your ass up there. And if you look like Meghan Markle, high yellow, with freckles across your face, looking like a little white girl, okay, all you gotta do is pass a blow dryer through your hair. You can't sit there and tell me you wouldn't put down white. If you in a room full of crackers and you auditioning for a role, and you know, in order to move up the ladder, you're gonna have to do certain things you don't really want to do. You can't sit there and tell me if you had the option of choosing white, you wouldn't pick white. You can't. And after you get a taste of seeing how white people get treated compared to us niggas, you can't sit there and tell me you would choose black and put that down on your application. You can't sit there and tell me that. Okay? Yep. Now, Gemini doll. We all play the game. Now, even some of you dark girls, when you want to get the colorism thing off your back, we talking about you chocolate bitches and you brown.
Okay, I don't get where you're getting this from, lady. Why are you going about like this? This is just a little uncomfortable, but we're going to continue with the video.
Brown skin girls, when you want to get the lash of being black off of your back, some of you bitches will put on a fake accent. You throw on that little curly wig, and you might even learn Spanish. You might learn some Spanish, throw a little bit of curly wig on your head, and talk about, I'm Latina, I'm Dominicana, I'm Colombiana, and Tyrone treats you better. Tyrone treats you better. Brad treats you better if you fake the funk. If you fake the funk, and you know, if you on the dark side, right? Look, because we all know about. I don't give a fuck how black your ass is.
Well, on the whole thing of that, though, you yourself have talked about this over and over again. With black men, will treat all sorts of different things better. Like, I don't really get what that had to do with anything. We were talking about, like, with work and, like, getting more money and success. That's got not really much to do with black men, really, because most of our society is white. So, I mean, I don't think that would have to do with it. I think maybe the association with being black American is sometimes a connotation, and sometimes Africans are treated better. So that could be something that would be beneficial to people like that. I honestly think they would do better actually saying that they were African than Afro-Latina, because Afro-Latina is kind of seen as kind of the same as black American. While Africans are actually seen as a little bit better because of their statistics. Africans, like Nigerians, specifically Ghanaians, and so forth, they are more academically successful, and they are basically economically successful, and so forth. So continue.
That Afro-Latina shit, it gives you better privilege. Let's just keep it funky. And some of you bitches are laughing because you know I'm telling the fucking truth. Some of you bitches might even have tried that shit. And, you know, put on a fake little accent and act like you do. Y'all bitches are laughing. Put on your fake little accent and be like, yeah, I'm Dominicana, no, I don't speak that much English, no, I don't speak English that much, no. And I don't give a fuck if you jet black like motherfucking Amara La Negra. Okay?
Amara La Negra isn't jet black. She's like a milk chocolate. It's like, she got like this pretty milk chocolate color. It's really nice. I don't know. I wouldn't think she was jet black. Now, jet black would be more so like Alec Weck. Alec Weck is jet black. Nothing wrong with it. She has pretty features and so forth, you know, for herself and so forth. But, yeah, continue.
From Love and Hip Hop, they're gonna treat you better. they gonna treat you better. So we play the game, ladies. We play the game. And I don't give a fuck how jet black your ass is. Because we've all seen the dark-skinned girls. And they jump their ass up. Okay? And they will rub it in that they got a straight nose. Come on, let's get funky. You said you was going to get funky, so get funky. If they got a little bit of looseness to their hair, they going to rub that in your goddamn face. Okay? So that's...
Or they'll try and attack you for having longer hair than them, too. They're a long-haired black person, regardless of their texture, they'll just straighten it, and then they will try and act like that means that they're somehow better than you because they grew their hair longer than you. It's just really odd to me, because it's like, then if I grew my hair longer than yours, then what would that make me? You know, I never get it. Why do they have to compare themselves so much with lighter-skinned women? You know what I mean? That's what's odd to me. Like, why are you comparing yourself to lighter-skinned women? Like, you know, just compare yourself to you, you know? Be the best you, you know? But yeah.
Playing the game too, sweetheart. Okay? You're playing the game. So you can call it what you want to, sweetheart. Regardless of what you want to call it, you are dumbing down your blackness. You're saying, yeah, but look at my nose. Look how straight it is. Look at my hair. So what? I'm dark skinned. Look at my hair. It's looser than yours.
If you pay close enough attention to dark skinned people, many of the time, they will try to use something to make up for the fact that they're dark skinned. It's just what it is. It's weird. I never really see that with lighter skinned black people, really. It's like we just kind of live in our blackness, but like darker skinned black people, it's like they try and make up for being darker. As if they perceive their blackness as somehow inferior, which is weird because it's like societally, when we talk about white people, I don't think white people particularly see most light-skinned people different from dark-skinned black people. Now, the ones with white skin, of course they do. But I mean the light-skinned people, like, that are just yellow bones, or like the lighter brown complexions like yourself and so forth, they don't see that as any different than dark skin. But dark-skinned black people perceive their skin tone very differently than people who are light brown or lighter. It's just what it is. Anyway.
I'm mixed. So some of you bitches do that shit too. So stop the bullshit.
Yeah, and they do promote like pea mixed over black. It's funny when they do that. Because it's like, it blows up in their face at the same time. And it kind of shows how they view themselves, which isn't too good.
Stop it. Cut it out. We quiet as a pin drop in this motherfucker. I'm gonna give the call-in number. Cause back to Meghan Markle, she got her motherfucking wake-up call. Cause them crackers got that, they got that what? They got that noose ready to lynch her ass. And let's talk more about these biracial hoes. Cause there's a lot of these bitches running around cause Tyrone wanna stick his dick in an exotical, in a white girl, in an Asian girl. Okay, there's a lot of these bitches running around now. And they are all the way confused. And I am here to get you all the way together. There will come a day when you gonna get your black wake-up call. And I don't give a fuck how white your ass is. Or how much you could pass for the other side. Once they find out and they get a look at your mama, or even your daddy, whoever the black one is in your family, you gonna get your wake-up call. And you gonna come running to black women for help. Cause you bitches always do this. You always do this. Okay, she went running to Oprah for help. She wanted to be around the most powerful, I'm talking about Meghan Markle. Once some crackers got that, once they got that, cause they're weird. Once you don't kiss their ass and do what they want you to do, they're gonna get that lynch rope out. Okay? And they're gonna lynch your reputation. They gonna sick the press on you, the media, and they gonna go for your throat. Just like a wolf, they gonna go for your fucking jugular. So what did this bitch do? When she found out how them crackers really get down, and how much Prince Harry is really worth, and what kind of family this nigga really comes from, a family, the monarchy. The ones that are responsible for slavery, racism, classism.
But, this is an interesting thing because you were bringing this up. And I'm like, I actually need to do a video on this. It's got to do with the Woman King. And this is specifically to do with the British people who lay down their lives for slaves to free them against the Dahomey tribe that was like enslaving black people, African black people, and selling them to Europeans. They had to create a whole blockade to their region so that slavery could be abolished, at least among the Dahomey tribe. So, I understand what you're saying with the association with slavery, but I just thought that was interesting because you're talking about the British people and the British royal family when it's like, slavery was abolished by Britain long time ago. I think they were one of the first to abolish it. And I just thought it was interesting that they literally fought to abolish the trade of slaves trading, basically, in Africa. And how some people tried to even skew their the perception of these European people. But anyway, continue.
Racism, classism, the term commoners. These motherfuckers made the art of racism. And now they gonna act like they don't know what the word racism means. They know exactly what it means. They're the ones who made it. The monarchy? Do you know who the fuck the monarchy is, my nigga? The triangular slave trade? The West Indies, America, and Africa? How the fuck you think they got them jewels, stupid? How do you think they got all of their wealth? And now they want to sit there and act like they don't know what racism is. They know exactly what the fuck it is. And they playing this little fucking game with Meghan Markle, and Meghan Markle's scared, so she went running her ass to the most powerful who? She said, no. I'm not gonna just run to black people looking like a charity case. I'm gonna run to the niggers with money and power. She went running to Tyler Perry. She went running to Oprah. She went running to Netflix for protection, and she went to tell her story. And her claim was racism. Once some crackers took their mask off, she said, oh boy, I know mama told me this one was coming. And once they took their mask off, because these white bitches are mad that she got Prince Harry. And you might think,
I would think that would go both ways. I kind of expressed this in the last video of how it would actually have to do with both sides. You would see even people, like I said, with Chrissy and stuff will have issues with this because they don't perceive Meghan Markle to have their image. And that goes for dark-skinned black women and white women. It's both sides that have that issue. So I wouldn't say this is squarely on white women, but you could also see it with many black women. They'll have the same vitriol, it's just what it is, and I think people ignore this because they don't reckon that many black women, dark-skinned black women, prefer white men, so they don't realize that would be an issue. They just focus on white women, but if you understand, in America, that whole aspect of things would actually work both ways. But yeah, continue.
Oh, well, I'm half white. My dad is white. I don't give a fuck. To them, you're a nigger. I said what I said. You half black?
No, that is true for racist people. but I wouldn't know for specifically them. My thing is, I can't really trust the royal family that much because, I mean, like, they were literally denying the whole situation with Prince Andrews. Like, he was in a photo, and he was a pedophile, clearly, and you are lying to us like this. How can I trust anything else that comes out of your mouth at that point? That's my thing. And I'll get into that later, but yeah, that's my...
Bitch, you're black. Stop. Stop. We come in a wide range of shades. You're just watered down a little bit.
Yeah, we do come in a wide range of shades. That's true.
You
What?
are watered down. But a nigga's a nigga. A black is a black. I said what I said. And you could ask, if you really understand how racism works and how religiously these crackers, and when I say crackers, it's white people and it's crackers. When I say crackers, I mean racist white people. When you realize how religiously they guard their brand, you're going to be all the way fucked up. You're going to say, damn, it's like it's like that. You know what racism is. You've experienced it. If you brown skin, I'm gonna give you an example. Have you ever seen a brown skin girl? Because we got it within our own race. We do this. It's called colorism. We practice it in our own race, and I've seen it happen. If you a brown skin girl, let's say you the color of Mary J. Blige, and somebody Lupita.
My thing is this. I don't consider Mary J. Blige brown. So